Hey everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Point. We're going to go into the Symes retreat now. And one thing that I noticed is, you remember how we got our second Phoenix base online over here? And we had to repair a couple of things. Notice how these things don't automatically turn on. And I just noticed this, but if we go into our manufacturing, currently our SCARAB's at 2 days, 8 hours. We have to make sure that we turn this on, and our fabrication plant will drop that dramatically, like in half. So pretty cool. Also, living quarters, we turn this on, we get additional capacity. Our vehicle bay, we get additional capacity. This doesn't really add any huge value. It's just they can recover HP and stuff, which is fine. But this is huge. So we've missed out on a little bit of efficiency by not having this turned on. But now we know that when we rebuild these or repair them, we actually have to then go in and turn it on. We don't have the requirements to do anything else, to build anything else. So let's go ahead and take the Symes mission. I should maybe get an area scan going before I go in here. So let's come down here. We'll start an area scan, and then we'll do the Symes retreat. West Africa, there's another base that we should find and do some repairs on. Okay, operatives have reached Randall Syme III's private retreat, where we may be able to find additional information that may help us decipher his notes and make sense of his activities. However, our scans indicate enemy presence in the area. Okay, we refilled all of our stuff last time, and training-wise, we did get a couple of promotions recently, so these guys are getting pretty strong. Let's rock and roll. Marshall, Catherine, Cassandra, Vignesh, Telev, and Micha. Let's go. Now, we have the food required if we want to start recruiting more soldiers, but because we're so low on materials and tech, we are not able to outfit them with weapons. We have like pistols and things like that, which you could argue is like, it's fine. More bodies is probably okay. They could carry grenades or something. But I feel like we need to bolster our current resources a little bit more. Okay, so, right off the bat, we're in range. Well, hello. We need to obtain Symes' journal. So, there it is. This is where we need to get to his journal. It's on the top floor of his place. 2 enemies right in front of us is not bad.
Identifying target.
We could take this shot. If we hit high, that's great. Shield's damaged. He's alerted. He's dazed.
On it.
There's no cover out here, which makes me question whether or not I want to be there. If we can clear out these 2 before moving in, I'd feel pretty okay about it. That's a yikes from me. Carapace is okay, not great. They're both alerted, which I'm fine with. Cat, let's take a look here. Actually, we could argue for a dash, but let's see. I can't really get in there. I could come here, and then I can use another set of will points. So 4 here and 3 here, but then we're completely out. Let's see. What are these guys carrying? We're seeing so many of these melee guys, which, you know, is nice, but would be cool to get some variety. Firing into that heavily defensive carapace. Since they're melee, Uh-oh. There's another one on the right. Don't like that.
Zooming in. Hostile missed.
Hostile missed. Yes, agreed. Let's go for a dash here.
All I need is a clear shot.
All right, there's one down. But it could have gone a little better, in my opinion.
All set.
Let's just shuffle these guys around a tad so that we're a little safer from that right side.
I'm listening.
You know, that's not terrible.
I'm ready. Yes?
Let's dash over here. See if we can get a flank in on this guy. Oh, we spotted another enemy behind us. What's he carrying? Okay, melee. What we could do, come out here, take our shot, and then we could pop back in there. Yacht AR. Whew.
You like that?
It's gonna go chameleon. Okay, let's roll. This guy's asking for a bruising. I'm also wondering if enemy variants get crazier as that doomsday ticker gets higher, perhaps. Obviously, in mist zones, it would probably have a higher impact. Yee. Okay. Thank God for the trees. I mean, this guy pretty much walked into his death. This guy is exposed.
Aiming.
Likely that gun's gonna eat up some of this, but nice.
Enemy engaged.
The bleed should be pretty well taking care of him. This guy out on the right. We could just take these. Looks like we were able to zone in on something there. Tiny little bits of his leg. If I move out a bit more, we can go quick aim. Then we'll go for the legs, no armor. It's going to impede his movement a little bit. One down here. This guy is a little bit more concerning, but They only have a good way of getting a visual on them. Sick. Okay, we're starting to mop up right now. Like, we're kind of dominating. And I know that that's not going to last, but it feels good when it works.
I'm going.
I am going to try this. See what happens with glass. Some of this is experimentation. Well, it whiffed left anyways, but it looks like it might have actually... Yeah, see, now we've got a visual here. It is with our pistol, which is not great. And he's just sitting there. Doesn't have a ton of armor. That may not have been the play.
Sprinting.
I'm gonna see if we can peek around this corner. Okay. So he died from the bleed. This guy's not gonna be able to get in close enough. I'm a little concerned about this guy. Okay.
Hostile down.
See you later. I actually think as a shortcut of getting up here, we're gonna jet jump.
Executing.
Oh, fumbled! What? Okay, that's the first time we've seen a fumble. And I guess that's just a random chance. We've seen that you can fumble with weapons that you're not proficient in. Did not know that you could fumble on an ability like that. Very interesting. This is kind of a weird spot for us, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if this guy comes around. We'll set some overwatches here. I'm gonna dash in. I feel like this is probably the strongest skill right now, is this dash. It allows us the most flexibility.
On my way.
And we'll come down here and cover this area.
Covering.
Let's see
Holding
if
position.
that does anything. And I'll just back up here in case he decides to run down. Look at all these overwatches overlapping here.
Providing overwatch.
Okay, he is swinging left. Nice damage on. He did come around that side as we expected. Good job, you guys. Good job. Do we want to try the jet jump again? I do, because I don't want to fail it twice. There we go. How embarrassing is that? Like, guys, don't worry. I'm going to go get the journal. I got my sweet jetpack. I got this. Don't worry about it. Jetpack fails. All right, sweet. I don't know if we have any other enemies.
Covering. Overwatch. Providing overwatch.
Let's go.
I think it was here. Yeah, nice. Not bad. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty confident. I feel like our guys are getting pretty strong. We have a small injury on Cassandra. We did level up Scadden, which is nice. And I think a couple things we could do. I think maybe we try and do the faction quest for Synedrian. Our operatives have retrieved a big batch of documents from the Symes retreat. These should allow us to better understand what Symes is doing and what he discovered. We've identified 3 key sites that Symes singled out. Oh, this is actually really good. As particularly relevant to his research in the history of the Phoenix Project and previous outbreaks of unusual diseases. It's imperative that we send operatives to investigate these sites as soon as the strategic situation allows. So we've got Rise by Sin by Virtue Fall, Frozen, and Prisoner of Ice. Okay, cool.
As the world fell apart around us, it was difficult not to feel guilty. Some chose to be proactive and fight, but not me. I came here instead. My best weapon is my mind, and I need silence to put it to work. The history of the Phoenix Project is a complex tapestry. In Russia, Turkey, Britain, Spain, not one unbroken lineage, but a tangle of organizations, each passing the torch to the next with only one goal: to protect the human race. But protect it from what? Did they know about the Pandora virus, and if so, how? The answers are out there. So much has been investigated and collected and analyzed, but it's all scattered, lost. I don't know if it's possible to track it all down, but I have to try. There's only one thing I'm sure of. I can't stay here anymore.
Neat. So it'll be cool to figure out how that all plays out. Let's go and heal a bit. Yeah, so our Manticore holds 6. Ideally, there's a couple things we could do. I just want to take a look at some of the havens. See here, we can eventually try and like steal these aircrafts. I don't know if we need to trigger anything to unlock that, but I was able to pull that off in my testing before we did the campaign. Promotion for Scadden. Let me check something here. So in our sniper tree, look at this. If we can get everybody into the 5th section of a sniper tree, that's really strong. It's going to cost all of our... Well, the thing is, you could argue that dash is really nice too, but if you get him that accuracy bonus, like he's going to never miss with this giant cannon. And eventually we can build out other stuff so that we can try, like, where was it? This thing? The grenade launcher. I'm going to queue these up. And we can see how we like those. Okay, let's get everybody healed. They're also going to slowly earn some experience at base here. And one thing we could do, let's take a look at how close they are. So 300, he's almost 400 away. If anybody's like really close, then we would just sit there and spin a bit, but no, we're good. We're good. Let's replace the ammo. Okay. Everyone is healed up. Part of me wants to kind of scan this Western Africa area so that we can maybe find a 3rd Phoenix base. Maybe we find some extra materials. Ah, nice. Okay, so let's put this at the Sumral Memorial Base. Ah, I shouldn't... You know what? I shouldn't have done that. I should have put this guy over here because when we pick up this vehicle, I've got to drop like 3 people off. So take a look. we've got... Let's keep these top 3 right now on the Manticore. And then we're going to put this inside the Manticore. Our PX SCARAB, a.k.a. Wally. Now, Wally is with us inside of the Manticore. What I'm going to do is... Oh, you know what? We actually need to swap these again. It's these guys that we need to chill out here. These guys on the Manticore. Then I'm going to fly them to this base where we have the training center. Oh.
So, New Jericho continues to expand its military capabilities. This time with a new class of soldier. The technician. Robotic arms. Cranial input hubs. It all sounds very impressive. And we are not exactly opposed to this development. But we do wonder, when is New Jericho going to invest in anything other than war?
That's really cool that we can learn about other factions' tech from a third party like this. So she's saying like there's a technician with robotic arms with New Jericho, something to look for. Synedrion doesn't really like that.
We need to achieve some kind of peace. And we in Synedrion aren't unwilling to fight. But winning is more than just building the biggest army. To win, we need a functional infrastructure. We need people who can plan. We need a system that works.
Yes, agreed. I wonder... It'd be really cool if there was a faster way to see all of the available hires. What was this one? A sniper. Sniper. Yeah, that would be really nice. But to be fair, we still need to scan a bunch of sites. If we can get to this next level here with Synedrion, I think they show us all of their sites too. And I think until we do this, we can't actually gain any further relationships with them. But let's finish this first task, which is moving these people. Now, there's a bit of a risk here because I'm about to drop all of these guys at Phoenix Point base. And the reason I'm doing this is because when time is passing here, because we've got the training facility, they're going to gain XP. If we leave them at the other one, it doesn't happen. Some things are shared like factories, research, labs, that kind of stuff. But I don't believe that training is, and they have to be at the specific one. Now, if I get ambushed here and I only have this SCARAB Wally with us, I'm going to feel kind of bad. All right, cool. We were able to build the Goliath, so we'll try that next mission, I hope. Personnel-wise, let's get these guys back on the Manticore. And so now, while we're going about doing our stuff, these guys are developing. These guys will get mission XP, and so on and so forth.
Scan complete.
Okay, our scan is complete there. Hold on. Let's maybe set up an area scan down here. And actually, if we go to this one, it looks like we'll have less wasted space. Okay, there's a scavenging site there. I missed what that said. Elite training somewhere? Deadpool Duncan. Two days on this one. Oh, here we go. It's got a star on it. Aha! Salty Dog Williams. Guess where we're going. I don't know what kind of class that is exactly, but let's figure it out. Ah! An ambush? Are you serious? Okay, well, tell you what. Let's do the ambush. Let's do the ambush. This is the trade-off of just like scanning around. These seem to be triggering at a pretty regular clip. Now, we're going to use our SCARAB here, which is quite good, as you'll see. We have yet to really feel the possibilities of difficulty, and I don't want to jinx it, but... Okay, so, well, we already have 5 enemies around us, so that's something. Oh, we're so split far from our, from this guy here. So the cool thing about this is he's got missiles that he can launch. Now, he's only got 4 per turn, but it's a ton of damage. You can see here, like, the potential output on that health bar. And he's got a lot of armor and obviously a lot of HP. I don't love that we're so split up, though. This is probably our best target. The other cool thing about this is if we wanted, we could put people inside of our vehicle. And if they're inside the vehicle, then only the vehicle takes the damage. But if the vehicle explodes, then everybody inside dies. So, also fun. Nice. Oh, return fire down there. Good thing is with 30 armor, not much is getting through that. This guy should die based on this. And I think it's going to be in our best interest if we dash back. So this guy's got the machine gun and the shield. Let's see. I don't see any enemies over on this side.
Double time.
Let's go for this dash. And then I'm going to come back here and get close. Maybe we'll go into this full cover here to protect from this other side.
Engaging.
Decent amounts of armor there. That torso. Legs are only 10. This one's nothing. See ya. Now, when those, like, you can see those overlays that pop up for how the other enemies are reacting. It's nice that it shows us that, but I wish it showed it contextually, like, where the enemy is at, because it can be a little confusing. You take that shot, and it looks like there's 3 enemies popping up behind him, but... cat. What do we want to do here? It's a bunch of, like, exploding or explodable canisters. Gun. Spawn mist, pain chameleon. Gun. I always like to look at these. We see like a lot of the pincer variants. We see the guns. Randomly, we'll see grenade launchers on some of them. This could be a dash option as well. I think so.
No time to lose.
Okay, I'm not going to take this shot yet until we can establish whether or not...
Taking aim.
Oh, I'd really like to take that. I would really like to take that. We have to improve this guy's speed. Even though we've given him that other gear, we definitely need to put some time into his... or some points into his speed still. I'd like to come back here, but I'm not confident that I'm going to be able to get a shot off with this full cover. So, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to bring him back here for now. And I'll dash over here, using up pretty much all of the will points.
Aiming.
If we wanted to, we could use quick aim so that I can move again, but I think I'm okay with this area. I'm tempted to go for this arm. Chances are not amazing. And you can see like the negative impact on our accuracy because we're in this heavy gear. I pretty much have to shoot down in this area. I don't want to... This has too much whiff potential. Okay. The invisible one died from the bleed out. Did he whiff? I think he missed. Cool thing about this mission with the SCARAB is what we can do is once we want to go for the evac, we throw everybody into the vehicle and just make a run for it. That shield's annoying. Interesting that he's not running at us. Wonder what the thought process is there.
Taking aim.
This is okay. Nice. That worked out well. I was worried that it could have hit the thing in front. This is not cover. See, that's weird, right? Like, this is cover right there. This is not. This is. I guess we're going to have to take the... Oh, you can't see it. We've only got 3 shots left. Okay, 60 bleed.
Aiming.
That's a fat chance. Okay, we could, in theory, come up here anywhere in 2 action point range and then use our quick aim. But do I want to sit in the half cover? We could kill him, which is fine. He's currently dazed, but not quite sure of the impact there. This guy should die. Even if these regenerate 10 each, he's taking 60. Oh, and actually, because his torso is disabled, he's not regenerating. So he will die, actually. All right. Well, in that case, then, let's do this. We'll go quick aim.
Let's just get this over with.
And then I think I'm going to come over here to grab some of the will points. Oh, where's this guy? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, and he's actually panicked, too. Because his will points got so low. 0. And he start panicking. Unable to move for a turn while recovering will points. Well, this was a weaker ambush than what we've had previously. Also, when we were targeting over here, notice how that changes pretty dramatically. We really want this center thing to be right on them, it seems. And I think over there, I kind of shifted to the left a bit. I'm just going to move in so that we're closer to our team. Thing is, this guy's not alerted yet, which I guess is why he's not running towards us. I'm still learning a little bit about when they are active or not, because it's, yes, when it comes up alerted, they're saying, okay, cool, yeah, we're coming for you. But sometimes they're active from far away and they'll just come and shoot us. So it's just something to get used to. Let's set up an Overwatch. And we'll do a big Overwatch like back here in case they spawn reinforcements. They are bringing the reinforcements in, as expected. Where's our evac? Our evac is north. Okay, let's try this. From here, whoops. We don't need an action to get into the vehicle, so we can do a full dash and they can still get in. And then we're going to try to beeline it for the exit.
Ready.
All aboard. Wally, let's roll. We do have to watch for things like explosive canisters and stuff because our vehicle won't auto path around that. Some things you'll notice he'll auto path around, but there's been times where I'll drive around in the SCARAB and accidentally be running over explosions, and it can be a little rough sometimes. Driving is hard. See, like there, just everything toast. Okay. We're kind of cruising right now. Tons of XP for the team. Now, the downside of having a vehicle is you're kind of losing out on potential leveling for your guys. The upside, as you can see, we can shoot pretty much anywhere across the map for a decent amount of damage. We can do that 4 times. He's got armor. He's another target, but he's expensive. So, like, there's a trade-off there. And I think if we could get a bigger ship, then it's kind of a no-brainer that we bring him. So, anyways, survive the ambush. Let's keep scanning. Research center. 10 food for 2 tech. This is one thing we haven't really done. We haven't started trading a lot. I don't feel that we need to push that so much. Also, I should have equipped that weapon that we just got. Let me actually do that right now. Let's do this. And... oh, it looks like it filled... right, okay. So it filled up the ammo from the one that we had built. So let's go ahead and build another one. Oh, I can't. So we only got the 1 magazine right now. That's going to be the downside, I guess. Cassandra did get a promotion. So level 5 assault / sniper. Now, reloading and inventory actions don't cost any action points. I feel like that's pretty expensive for something we're not doing a lot of right now. Whereas Master Marksman, we get an increased aim or accuracy of 50% while there's no spotted enemies within 10 tiles. That's quite good. And even though we're an assault class here, I still feel like that's really strong, because our long distance shots with these guys will be quite good. Let's go ahead and add some additional points here. Maybe put one into willpower, something like that. Independent assault rifle magazine. Oh, we picked one of these up. I didn't even notice. Oh, cool. So they can use these. Now hold on a second. So we have the new Goliath here. Vignesh can use a Yat AR. So this is 30 for 6. This is 30 for 6. Effective range 25. 20. Action points 2. Ammo capacity is less. Hands to use. Weight 3. Okay, this is not as good as what we have. It's just not. So there's no reason for me to use this. What we can do is keep it for now, so that if we hire another soldier, then we have a gun immediately. We could scrap it for some supplies. It's not a ton, but it's okay. Research-wise, Pandoran Evolution's going to hit soon. I'm looking for this Phoenix base. We have a school here. School's overgrown with mutated vegetation. Nice. Materials and food. Jobs are never fun. Exploring the ruins means rooting through people's lives, coldly evaluating the remains of who they were to see what's useful and what's not. You have to forget the children played here before the virus came. Yeah, true. An idle king. Scaria is a friendly, culturally diverse haven which has taken in many refugees over the last decade, although it remains somewhat isolationist when it comes to the bigger factions. Its founder is the thoughtful and charismatic Ulysses J. Black, the former owner of a global cybernetics company who was ousted after a hostile takeover by Vanadium Inc. You better not trust West, that lying sack of Pandoran slime, he tells our operatives. Honestly, I don't even think he took my company away from me because of the actual cybernetics. It's all part of his great plan, I guess, but honestly, who gives a crap about his plan? Anyways, what I want from you people is this. Go to the Synedrian Research Lab at these coordinates, retrieve the equipment on this list, and bring it all to me for a nice reward, no questions asked. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to do it. That's going to hurt our Synedrian relations, but thunder and sunshine. Okay, cool. So we have a whole bunch of missions popping up that we can do. That are likely going to be a little bit stronger or a little bit more challenging. Field reports are indicating that some Pandorans of the Arthran and Triton types are gradually developing resistances and counters to our weaponry. While this process in some ways resembles traditional evolution, it is clearly a much more directed process. Rather than adapting to evolutionary pressure, the Pandorans are being adapted with a goal in mind, the eradication of humanity. Okay, that's a yikes from me. Let's throw the Mist Sentinel in here. We started the hatchling. Yeah, okay. We have the hatching one. This specimen appears to be fungal in origin, although lacking obvious protective elements, it is capable of emitting a viral airborne mist when provoked. Okay, so next up we have the handgun, which is fine. I think what we should probably do with this extra money that we have is consider building some more research. Let's see. Medical Bay Research Lab. 300 and 200. Yeah, let's do it. That way our research projects go a lot faster. We could stack more fabrication plants, so our building things is a lot faster as well. These are all pretty quick now, but there's still an opportunity there, in my opinion. Let's see if we can find this other base. Scavenging site. I might have to do an area scan to hit this. Epic poetry. At Lagash, a young poet's making a name for himself. Inspired by the teachings of the Exalted, he has written an epic in verse that is part spiritual vision of the future, part guide to letting go of the old world. Despite the heavy subject matter, it's easy to read and entertaining, even humorous. Humankind's flaws are explained in ways that get loud laughs from audiences, and there's an overall feeling of hope. The poet would like to produce a beautiful printed edition of the work as a present for the Exalted, but the Haven leadership is less than enthusiastic, insisting the only thing really worth reading is the Gospel of the Exalted, so he's turned to us for help. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Have it. Disciples of Anu, we get a boost. Haven leader attitude to Phoenix Project is lowered. New Jericho attitude is lowered. Interesting that the Haven leader, his attitude gets dropped. The end product of our efforts may not match the truly great editions of the past, but given present circumstances, it's a huge success. Young poet thanks our operatives with tears in his eyes. He never thought he would get to create something so beautiful. The Exalted will be pleased. Now, the first initiation. A mysterious base known as the Apostle to the Onceborn, a servant of the Exalted, has passed by our base, leaving the following message. What is the nature of a human being? Can we change? Is the fault in our souls, where it may never be reached, or is it in these broken bodies of ours? Perhaps the Phoenix Project can be a vessel of change. It's not up to this humble apostle to make such a decision, but I wish you well. May your actions please the keeper of the threshold. He will seek you out when you have shown your worth. Okay. Looks like we started working our way up the hierarchy of the disciples. Okay, so we probably passed the threshold. He's saying, okay, we're getting close. All right, well, I'm kind of leaning towards doing this mission. You know what the other thing we could do? The other thing we could build is another satellite uplink so that we could do multiple area scans and expand even faster. I'm just wondering if we need to be healing people or bringing people on this next mission, or if we should bring the SCARAB. I think we should bring more people. Disciples of Anu completed fungal food production, advanced mutation technology. Okay, so let's go to our vehicles. Wally, Phoenix Point. I'm going to bring everybody else out. These guys did get promotions. We could go into assault training for the dash eventually. I'm just going to max out his speed and see what this looks like instead. And then Vignesh. So reloading and inventory actions do not cost action points. Action point cost of grenades and other explosive weapons is reduced by 1. The range is increased by 50. It's okay. Proficiency with sniper rifles. Okay, well. I think I'm going to just take speed. Some strength. Like so. The biggest reason we picked this heavy was for Inspire and the Rage Burst, so that we can empty all of our ammo into them. Also, on this mission, we're going to have Skadden with the grenade launcher. Now, let's see. This is going to fire off Blast of 60, Shred 4. It is single shot, but the range is much higher. What I'm worried about is, like, the damage on this is just insane, right? It's just that we can kind of hit this from anywhere. I think. Like, I think this has, like, a launch like our SCARAB does. We're going to try it. If we don't like it, we don't like it, and... you know, it's not the end of the world, but I do want to be able to bring a magazine, even though it's very expensive. Let's do that. I kind of feel like getting rid of this. It's hurting my speed, my stealth, my accuracy, and the jet jump we're not really making good use of. So I'm just going to ditch it. And I'm going to make a med kit. Cassandra, we're good. Micha, we're good. Telev, we're okay. We still need to find weapons for him. And then we'll go and we'll do this mission. And then we have that other person that we saw, this elite unit up here with the star. And we'll see what this is. Elite training centers provide increased military force and produce elite class soldiers. Synedrion's infiltrator class, the ultimate assassin stealth fighter, equipped with advanced technology. Now, my worry is that we're not going to have weapons to use for them. But, hey, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so where is this? It's down here, right? Against the mist. So when we come back, we'll give this a shot and see how crazy it is, and we will go from here. So wish me luck. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.